Goldylocks Productions broadcasts universal cosmic frequencies that unlock, awaken, and expand the consciousness of our worldwide viewers and listeners.
Goldylocks Productions presents the Live from Little Bear Sanctuary show with Christopher Vane. Enjoy topics such as the vegan lifestyle, sanctuary media highlights, and spotlighting new rescues.
Good evening, friends. Welcome to Live from Little Bear Sanctuary. I'm your host, Chris Vane, and we're at our new day and time, Thursdays at 6 p.m. So if you're watching us live on the Goldylocks Productions YouTube or the Little Bear Sanctuary Facebook page or Rumble, don't forget to sign in, say hello, don't be shy. Tell us where you're watching from. And like the show, subscribe, do all that good stuff. It's a great way to support the sanctuary and all the shows on the Goldylocks Productions network. And did you guys see last week's show? Tiffany and I did the show together. It was really fun. If you missed it, or if you missed any of our shows, you can watch them on demand anytime on the Goldylocks Productions YouTube, the Little Bear Sanctuary YouTube, Facebook page, YouTube, website. We're all over the place. And then we're broadcast voice over all of the major podcast stations. All right, guys, quick announcement before I bring on my guest. Don't forget, October 16th, we're having our yearly auction. We got a lot of great stuff. Later in the show, I'll kind of go down the list. We had a lot of companies that were very generous this year, so I'm really excited about that. I may have to get in on some of the action. There's some good stuff. So that's going to be October 16th through, that's Saturday, through Saturday, October 23rd. It's a silent auction. Basically, it's anonymous. And I think it's in dollar increments. Most stuff starts at $5 to $10. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Piglets. 5 of our 10 little piggies have sponsors. Woohoo! So we need 5 more sponsors for the piglets. Sponsorship starts at $25 a month. And let's see, we got some really cute names this year. So far, no repeat names. Isn't that amazing? We have 130 pigs. So we got Darcy, we got Piggy Smalls, Wilbur, Liza, and this is a good one. Valen Alsorna. I guess it's going to be Valen for short. Apparently, it's like one of those Game of Thrones characters from a book. So yeah, fun times. And if you want to sponsor a piglet, head over to our website at littlebearsanctuary.org to sign up. All right, my guest today, she's a celebrity chef, award-winning author and blogger, influencer, entrepreneur, producer, and podcaster. Welcome to the studio, Maria Liberati.
Thank you so much for having me. And it's
Maria.
An honor. I just love animals. They're my best buddies. So
Yeah.
It must be great being part of that little bear.
Oh my God. It's been a dream come true. And it's been a lot of fun. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we're up to 180 animals. So.
Oh my gosh, lucky you. Wow. Wow. That's exciting.
It's been fun.
Yes.
So, gosh, you've done so much stuff. We were talking before the broadcast.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about, like, where did it all start? Where did your love for cooking come from? The Italian culture?
Yes,
October is Italian Heritage Month.
October
right?
is Italian Heritage and Italian American Culture and Heritage Month, Italian American Heritage and Culture Month. That's the title. But yes, October is, and so in my family, I'm all Italian. So my family, I was brought up. Cooking is just kind of a normal thing, usually in Italian families. It's what you do. You just cook together. And I kind of thought, hey, everybody does this. And I have memories from probably when I was like 4 or 5 we have an Italian market in Philadelphia. That's where I grew up, in the Italian area. Yeah. And my grandfather used to take me shopping with him there for the stuff for Sunday dinners. So
I'm from Italian family, so
there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. From not from Philly, no. New York.
Yonkers, New York.
Oh, wow, Yonkers. And hey, so I have a connection to Yonkers. So my grandfather's, his town in Italy, many of the people from his town in Italy actually came to Yonkers and settled there in Yonkers. Actually,
wow.
His sister,
there's a large Italian.
Yes. Yes. There is a large, and they celebrate like some of the, at least they used to, I don't know if they still do, but they would celebrate like most of the feast days that they would have in this little town. So yes. So, then you grew up with that. Right. And I can just remember, big kitchen, the kitchen filled with
grandma's making the sauce.
Exactly. And everybody having their hand in something and doing something. And then you all come together for a big Sunday dinner. So
always,
that's really where my beginnings in food, started. And then lo and behold, I really wasn't, as I said, I just thought, hey, everybody, it's no big deal. Everybody does this. So I was modeling, and I got a chance to model in Italy. And at that point started studying my roots and my family's background, and found out that one part of my family had a vineyard in the mountains of Abruzzo, which is in the center of Italy. And my other family is not my other family. The other part of my family is from a region called Molise, which is a lesser known, but anyway, they actually had like a bakery, and so I did have this in my background, and I ended up on some off time, staying with my grandfather's family that had the winery, and ended up starting to study everything going on there. They, made their own wines and sold their own breads and cheeses and all that. And that's kind of how it started. Wow. And just fell in love with the culinary arts there. I mean, you probably know it's not hard to do. It's,
oh my gosh. Yeah. I've been to Italy. It's just incredible.
The food is just amazing. So I just kind of fell in love with it. And then I ended up studying it professionally there. And is
that where you did your studying
in
Italy?
I studied there, and then I lived in Italy for quite some time, going back and forth, but I did live there for quite some time studying. And I did a lot of I worked with a lot of chefs in Italy, and I also did a lot of programs, like cooking programs at many different resorts there, and did even some TV there. And then I ended up filming. I did have a PBS series.
I saw that.
Filmed in Italy, but was shown in the US. So that was pretty neat, because I got to work with an Italian crew. So that was like a dream of mine. So
I was going to say, that's got to be something.
Yeah, it was really, really exciting to do. So, and, but anyway, so that's kind of how it all came about. Is, like I said, it kind of started, I guess, when I was younger, and I didn't realize I had this in me. I all this stuff about food, and this strong interest in food and strong passion of food. So that was how it started. And then going to Italy really, was kind of the icing on the cake. It really brought everything out, and I realized, wow, something I really wanted to pursue further.
Yeah. And did the cookbook come next, or?
Yes. Yeah. So I'm a writer. Actually, I was writing on like health and beauty, and I actually always wrote on, because I was always really interested in healthy eating, and I was always interested in that. So I was writing, and yes, it did come once I began studying cooking in Italy, and I had people telling me, oh, you should put it in a cookbook. And of course, as I had mentioned before, I'm like, well, who wants a cookbook about Italian? I mean, everybody knows how to cook, and cook this way. And it's really interesting to me, because once I was finally, really prodded, you got to write it. So I'm like, okay. Yeah. So my books are not really, because then I always thought, I don't want it to just be recipe after recipe, because Italian food is really an experience. It's meant to be an experience.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what I did was I used my writing skills, and they're actually more like autobiographical books, where there's stories about my life in Italy and the little towns that I lived in, and little towns that I visited and did events at, and things like that. And then the recipes really that go along with it. So that's really what, what my books are about. And yes, so the cookbooks kind of came after, but yes.
Yeah, I love that about your blog too. You incorporate a story with your recipes.
Yes. Yes. I think that's really important to try and give people an experience. And, Italian food, the beauty of it is not just, a cup of flour, a cup of sugar. It's that there's so much history, related to many of the recipes and many of the foods. That I think was something that was really interesting to me, is that the history and the culture is just so related to the food. It's more than just, you're eating, some recipe. There's a lot more culture and history related to it.
Yeah, for sure. So I know you're also involved with, you do stuff with like kindergarten through high school. You do some cooking stuff. And
I do some cooking. I've done cooking classes with kids. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I have taught kids cooking classes. I don't do that a whole lot, but I do get asked to do that at some point. I actually have a book coming out that they're using my recipes. It's a book for tweens, or kind of like, to 14. And it's a detective story. It's really cute.
Oh, how cute.
And they're using my recipes because she's like a detective.
Okay.
So, I'm doing that, but I don't do, I do occasionally cook with kids. So yeah, do cooking.
I like that. That's very cool. Huh.
So yes.
So you like to veganize some recipes, I know?
Yes, I do. I love to do that because as I mentioned, animals are really my best friend. And like, I don't know if I should say, but like my dog, she's like my best friend. I mean, I get her, she gets
totally
me.
Relate.
Like I'm sure you understand.
Yeah.
And I relate, I love relating to her. It's just amazing how I don't have to tell you, you have over 100, so but yes. And I got into vegetarianism when I went to college, because I started studying, that whole thing. And then I got more into being a vegan. So yes, I love making traditional recipes into vegan recipes. And now the thing is, it really is easy to do because there's so much out there.
Amazing products.
So many products, whereas say 20 years ago it was not that easy. Sure. It was terrible, actually.
The cheese was horrible.
Oh yeah. Oh yes, it was.
Thank God for Miyoko. She's killing it with some of this new cheese. It's pretty amazing stuff.
Yes, exactly. Yes. Yes, there's
plenty. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no.
I was going to say she happens to be in Italy right now, so it's funny.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I'm watching all her stuff. She's like doing the whole vegan traveling, and I'm just like, oh my God, that looks so amazing.
The thing is that in Italy, they are really into that as well. And they have some amazing, there's a lot of very, very talented chefs there. And I've had some amazing vegan dishes. There's a town called Ravenna, which is just really beautiful. And it is known, it's kind of like the wellness. Most people don't know this, but it's really known for wellness. There's a big company there called Techno Gym, which it's a gigantic company, and they sell all this like wellness equipment all over the world. But so it's become kind of a wellness type of place. And I was invited there by the tourism bureau, and they knew I was a vegan and all. And they took me to this restaurant. The chef made the most amazing vegan dishes. They were just beautiful, and just, I mean, I've never had vegan food so beautiful, so aesthetically pleasing too. So there's really so much stuff you can do, with vegan. I think with Italian, obviously pasta is vegan if you do it without eggs.
Without the egg,
Exactly. But obviously cheese is a little heavy, but we're talking about now that cheese is being replaced, and obviously milk is replaced, and it's
easier. It's definitely easier to do for sure now.
It really is. So it's very, very easy to do vegan recipes with, doing the traditional Italian recipes as a vegan. vegan recipes. Very, very easy. So,
please tell me you have a vegan panettone recipe that I can find somewhere.
A vegan panettone. Okay, so panettone is a little complicated.
I know.
Yes, so but I can certainly. I'll get you one. Yep.
Oh, that would be awesome. I would love
there's
to.
Just amazing. Yep, there are.
I used to love those every year. We'd go get one, and now I'm
yeah, the panettones are wonderful. They're wonderful, but yes, there are. I mean, there's so many vegan dishes now that that you can do. And with the tofu, obviously you can do lasagna with tofu. You can do a pasta that does not have eggs in it. You can use the tofu, and just with lots of spices and herbs and things, you can really flavor the dishes, and you can follow a style.
I make a really unhealthy lasagna with Beyond Beef and their Italian sausage in there, and it's like it took me years to finally reproduce my grandmother's lasagna. And of course, but you got to use all the the unhealthy vegan products, but it's so good. It's so good.
Yes, I know. And the thing is, so different regions have different types of lasagna. So do you know where your grandmother was from? Was she from Sicily?
No, she was from, oh my gosh.
Was she from Abruzzo?
It was in the north.
In the north. Oh, okay. Yeah. So in the north, they do use a lot of meat. They're famous for the Parma ham, the prosciutto.
Oh, okay, of course.
Stuff. And then there's Bologna. Bologna is really famous for this bolognese sauce, which is just all meat. But I know certain, for instance, when you get down to Sicily, their lasagna is just packed with meat and cheese and all kinds of stuff. Whereas the region that my family's from, Abruzzo, they actually do a lighter type of lasagna, and it's not as packed, I guess I want to say, as the one
I get it
with all the sausage and all. So I can do kind of like the ones they do, that my grandmother did, but again, as I said, I use tofu. She used to make these really small meatballs and just sparsely put them throughout the dish with mozzarella cheese, no ricotta, and sauce, and obviously olive oil. So what I do is I just use the tofu, I flavor it and all that. And I use that. I do use the vegetarian meatballs, but like I said, it's sparsely placed throughout. And it's great, really flavorful. But the most important thing is you have to use lots of herbs and spices to really flavor the dish. Good olive oil. Yeah. Olive oil's great, gives everything really, really good flavor. So, which is good also. Yes.
I've perfected my tofu ricotta recipe, I think.
Yes,
finally.
You can. Yes.
It's a great texture to replace the ricotta.
Yes. It is definitely. Yeah, it has a good texture, and it's a nice texture too. So when you put the sauce on it or whatever, it's still, it still has a texture to it. It doesn't get soggy or anything like that. So you can definitely do that. One of my favorite things too is sauteing, cubing the tofu and just sauteing it with garlic and olive oil and maybe some veggies. Yeah. And then just topping pasta with that,
so good. Yeah.
Better.
I love that.
Better than that.
So you were a PETA spokesperson, yes?
I actually was. Was way back. And I remember they did an event in Washington, D.C. You probably remember Michael Jackson had this monkey bubbles. Do you remember?
Oh, yeah. That's right.
And and I actually have pictures. I should have brought it here on camera. I had a picture. I took a picture with Bubbles, and they're like, what they did tell me? They're like, what? He likes to play. I guess they have the mind of a child. He does not know his strength. So be careful, because he's really playful. But luckily, nothing happened, and I got a really cute picture with him sitting on the couch or something. I remember, and so it was fun. Yes, I did. At that time, I was modeling, and it was a whole campaign on cruelty-free beauty, cruelty-free cosmetics. So it was was my kind of first foray into that. And that's when I had gotten into being a vegetarian, and then got into like vegan cosmetics and vegan, fashion products and things like that. So yes, I was, and that really got me more and more into, wanting to live a vegan lifestyle.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
So you're still in PA, right?
I'm actually, I'm in the Philadelphia area. I've been hanging out because you can't really,
go
it's
anywhere.
a little complicated to travel. So I've been kind of grounded for the past, I guess, almost 2 years now.
Crazy, right?
So it is crazy. So luckily though, I've been, my podcast, I started that.
Yes, you have a podcast. That's right.
Yes, I started the Maria Liberati show because it was like, well, I was supposed to be doing some more TV, another TV series, and the TV studio got closed down. I was supposed to start a radio show that got closed down. So I'm like, you know what, let's just do the podcast. But now it seems like things are opening up again. I've been doing some more cooking videos, and we're working on putting together a TV series. So, we'll see what happens. But it's funny though, you know what? I hung out so much all over the world that I really did not know a lot of, as much as I do, about kind of where I grew up and where I was born. And it kind of forces you to discover like really interesting places and interesting things about your own surroundings, which I think was a really nice thing that happened. So I got to discover some really interesting things about places that are not far from me.
Not far from you. Wow.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm ready to travel.
Yes, I do. I do have.
I joke because, it's hard for me to get away, but
I can imagine, because I have my little one, my little fur baby, baby. And I really don't like leaving her at all. So I don't know if I'd be able to travel far, because I just, but anyway, I guess I'd have to take her if I can. But
it's like a kid, right?
Yes, she's my baby. I don't have kids. She's my baby. So I don't know about traveling, but as long as I can take her. So who knows, maybe I'll get a camper and just kind of.
Hey, that'll be fun, right?
Yeah, RV.
We have a RV at the sanctuary. That's a Airbnb. So people come and stay. It's a lot of fun. Yeah.
Oh wow, that must be fun. Yeah. Oh yeah, that must be.
Talk about immersion, surrounded by pigs and goats.
I can just imagine that. Wow, I can just imagine that. That's a really nice immersion type of vacation to do. Really immersion therapy, and it's such therapy being with all those animals. It's like relaxing therapy. I guess it's not, I'm sure you don't think of it as relaxing, but
it's funny. I still, when in the evening or especially, or in the morning, when I have my coffee and I'm looking outside and pigs are walking by and the goats are walking by, it's really, I'm truly grateful to be able to do this and rescue them, and it never gets old. That's true. I get a smile on my face every day.
I'm sure
to see them walk by.
I'm sure you do. It must be. I could understand why you'd be so grateful doing that. I'm grateful every day for the one that I have, and actually I have, my brother has a rescue dog too, and I'm really grateful for them. So I can imagine, being able to, or I can imagine, it just must be wonderful, being able to know that you're helping all these, these wonderful beings. And they truly are special beings. There's just no way to describe them unless you're an animal person, unless you really relate. And I always feel that we have a special language and a special kind of insight, right?
Absolutely. Oh my gosh, for sure.
Yes. And I get it now. I get it. I mean, I've actually had rescue dogs, rescue cats all my life. And so, I've grown to learn that there are some people that get it and some people that just don't. And it's like, I don't know how to make them get it, but I just enjoy being around other people that do get it, because you have your own language and they understand, right? You just understand.
Yeah.
Yes.
I wish, if there was a magic something that people could make that connection, it would really be a different world.
Yes, the connection. Exactly. It's truly a connection. It definitely is. And it's just so wonderful to have that, to be able to have that connection and really experience that. Definitely. Yes. I wish I could wave a magic wand also.
Yeah, that would be nice, wouldn't it?
Definitely. Definitely. So I do cook my own. My dog has her own personal chef too.
Oh, nice! Wow.
That's why I was saying she's waiting for her dinner, so she gets her own personally made meals. I'm sure you can't do that for 108, but
piggies,
so that's also our kind of connection. And a lot of times, if it's just her and I, we eat dinner together. It's so much fun, So we eat our meals together, our breakfast together, our dinner together. So I feel that food connection with her too, definitely.
I love that. I love that. Yeah, we have 5 dogs, so even
there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I've been thinking about doing more like home cooked for them. We do the V-Dog food.
Yes.
And it's it's just changed their health drastically, because there's just currently there really is no regular dog food that's healthy for your dog. It's literally the leftover garbage from the meat industry, from the it's just poison.
It is. It definitely is. And that's what I started learning. So I try to make my own. And obviously you have to be careful because they have to get vitamins and things and all that. So it's a process, but
for sure.
Yeah, but I think you're right. It's a whole lot better when they're eating real foods and healthy.
Yeah, I mean, dogs, like the allergy rate for dogs from chicken and beef, and it's crazy. I think it's like 80% of vet visits are allergies to food for dogs.
Exactly. You're absolutely right. And people don't realize it too. It's from, some of that's, yes, you're right. It's so trashy. So a lot of that sometimes the allergies are because it's like really low quality food.
Yeah. It's garbage.
Yes, it is. It is. So, but anyway, and I do post sometimes on my blog, like recipes that I make for her. Like I try to give her a version sometimes of what I'm eating that I know.
Oh yeah, that's a great idea. Yeah.
So, she loves spaghetti squash. So
Oh yeah,
growing it.
That's awesome.
So because you can't give them spaghetti. So but it's so funny. She thinks she's getting spaghetti, and oh gosh, when I tell her we're having spaghetti, she's just like so excited. So I mix that in with sometimes I'll make her like a mix of like chicken and liver and beef, and their spaghetti squash. So it's a lot of fun. Yes.
Very, very cute. Let me see who's here today and see if anybody's got questions. Let's go down the list here. Who's here? Hey, Michelle. How are you, Michelle? I got my contacts on, so I got to get close. Hi, Ruth. How are you, Ruth? Everybody says hello. Everyone says hello. Wilma. Hey, Wilma. Linnell. Hey, girl. I haven't seen you in a long time. Bobby. I don't think I know you, Bobby, but how are you? Casper and Elvis, they're doing great. Oh my gosh, yeah, they're still here. They're doing great. Casper is he sort of found his own way. Maria, Casper's a 1,000-pound pig we have that was rescued.
1,000 pounds.
1,000 pounds. He's a big Yorkshire. He was rescued from a neighborhood in Sarasota, and someone's asking about him. And he came with Elvis. That's a little tiny pot belly. So they're like,
yes.
But yeah, they're doing great. And Elvis sort of found his own tribe. He's not with Casper anymore. He's hanging out with the pot bellies. He's like the king of the pot bellies now. So. They're doing great.
Oh gosh. Oh, that's really cute.
Yeah. So yeah, if anybody has any questions, ask away. So was your first book my
first book was the basic art of
Italian
cooking. Yes, it's just called The Basic Art of Italian Cooking. It's a coffee table book,
Okay.
and it really has stories of, actually, it has a lot of autobiographical stories of like the first time I was in Italy from, my grandfather's town. It's this little town in the mountains of Abruzzo, Italy, and different stories of these little towns that I visited and experiences there. There's also stories about Florence and Rome, but many of the stories are these little towns that I stayed in and experiences with different people that you come across. And yes, so that's my first book. And then there are recipes. That's actually the book that has the most kind of basic recipes. If somebody wanted the easiest one to follow along, that would be like the book, definitely, to get, that has the easiest recipes. But yeah, it's, I have a lot of stories in there about this town that my grandfather was from called Tagliacozzo. And it's just the most, well, they're all little beautiful towns, right? Sure. You were there.
Yeah.
This beautiful little town in the mountains. And, there's still no McDonald's there, and no
That's
real
a good thing, right?
place. Yes, it is. And you can still, go and shop at the store for your local pasta, your local pizza. Everybody has a different. Exactly. There isn't. It's a really, really beautiful little town. So I have a lot of little stories in there, some kind of interesting and fun stories in there too, about that town and just some experiences there. Yes.
And you did a holiday one too, right?
Yes, I have. Then The Basic Art of Italian Cooking. They're all the main titles, The Basic Art of Italian Cooking, but it's holidays and special occasions. And that one, I actually won an award in Paris. It's called the Gourmand World Awards. And that year in 2010, it was presented in Paris. They present the awards in a different city of the world each year. So that was really exciting because they have chefs all over the world. So yeah, I was really proud of that book. So that won that award. And then right after that, I did the last book. That's The Basic Art of Italian Cooking. It's The Basic Art of Italian Cooking Da Vinci Style, who, by the way, I'm not sure if you know this, but it said that he loved animals, and he was a vegetarian. I don't know if you could really be a vegan back then, but
yeah.
So he just loved animals. So I found out through research that I did in Italy that he was a true foodie. And most people don't know this because, I mean, hey, that gets downplayed. He's got all these masterpieces. So you don't really care that he invented the fork and the knife and some table settings and all that. So my book actually is related to that. And it's divided into 10 chapters. And each chapter is devoted to a town in Italy that he lived in, and then whatever the work is that he did, because he was commissioned all over Italy for specific work. So it talks about what he did in that town, and then the recipes that are traditional to that particular town that he lived in. But he did some really amazing things, and he was just really he really did love food. He had some of his favorite recipes that they found in his notebook when he passed away. He had some favorite recipes. Yeah. And the scene in The Last Supper, they found out it's actually grilled eel and fresh oranges that was from the top cookbook of his day, which I think they might have only been like a couple of cookbooks out at that time. But a guy named Platina wrote this cookbook, and they found this cookbook in Da Vinci's library when he had passed. And very this recipe for grilled eel is something they do in Italy for Christmas Eve. So that was the recipe that's pictured in The Last Supper, grilled eel and oranges. So there's a lot of really, really interesting stories.
Very cool
about him. So it was really cool doing that book. And a lot of times I get asked to do presentations on that book because people are so fascinated by him. Really a fascinating, very fascinating personality. So that's the third book. Cool. Yes. Mm-hmm.
What else can we talk about?
So let's see. Well, I have my next book coming out. It's called The Basic Art of Italian Cooking Diaries. And this is, I have so many diaries that I kept when I was in Italy, and just, being forced to be here, not being able to go to Italy for like the last 2 years. I'm like, you know what, let me go through my diaries and, see if I can put something together. So I'm starting to release the diaries in different, compilations of books. So this first one will be called Seasons, and it's divided into seasons of the year. Oh. And my blog posts or diary from diaries that I wrote while I was in Italy, and recipes, of course, that go along with it. So that's the next thing that I am working on. And of course, I have my podcast.
Yes.
And working on a TV series that I'm been putting together for the Roku. I have a channel called The Basic Art of Italian Cooking by Maria Liberati. So
that's a podcast, right?
Yeah. Well, my podcast is just the Maria Liberati Show.
Okay.
The Basic Art of Italian Cooking by Maria Liberati is actually a trademark that I have, and I do have some new products.
Okay. You're on QVC, weren't you?
Yes. I was on QVC, and we mentioned the PBS show, and yes. So I do have the trademark, and that's what we have the Roku channel. But when I started that, TV studios were closed down and everything. So we're starting to produce a series for that now. So
I'm excited. I'll have to look for it. You'll have to let me know when it's
I will definitely. Yeah. I will definitely let you know. So yeah, I'm excited about that, and the new book and the podcast. So yes, so I am working on a lot of things coming up. And as I mentioned, I am right now, actually, I'm working on converting like most of my recipes and even having them in my books. I'm not sure if we'll be able to do this in this very book, but having recipes that are, traditional, but the plant-based version of the traditional recipes also. So
that'd be very popular right now.
Yes. And I mean, that's the way really that I eat anyway. People don't realize that, but I love eating plant-based foods anyway. That's really what my diet consists of. So yeah, I just figured, you know what, it's time now. And I'm glad that everybody's kind of getting it now. Because I can remember people calling me like a rabbit, because I would be the one, whenever I would be at an
tree
event,
hugger,
I would be gravitating to the salads and just, and not eating any of the meat and all that stuff. And I would just salads and fruits. That's all I would eat. And now people are really getting it. And it's like, wow, finally, they're understanding what we knew, all along. Right. So yes. So it's nice to be able to do that and, finally have people actually get it and understand it. So I'm working on that and even developing more cooking classes and all on, more plant-based eating. So.
Oh, very cool. Where can we find your books?
The books you can find them anywhere. You can find books online. And then obviously you can go to my website, marialiberati.com. And the publisher is called artoflivingprimamedia.com. You can go there through my website too, if you just go to marialiberati.com. My podcast.
On Amazon, I assume. Amazon.
Yes, Amazon, Kindle, Barnes and Noble. You can find the books at any of those. Yes, that's it. Any of those places. Exactly. And my podcast, you can just get that anywhere podcasts are downloaded. So
very nice. So I was looking at your website, and
yes,
one of the, because I was reading the stories with the recipes, and one of them,
yes.
the link wasn't working, and I was so upset. It was the one about you did like ghosts in Italy, and it was
Oh wow! So that
I was
link
like, I
isn't
wanted to
working.
read about that.
Ah, yes, I did. I did a story on that, on the ghosts. And you mean the one like about the castles and the places in
It was, the
Italy?
link didn't work, so I just, it said ghost,
Wow.
something with ghost.
You know, because I just had my website redesigned and we're
Okay.
finding every so often some of the links. I'm glad you told me that. So we'll have to go back in and fix that. Yes. Yeah, it was very interesting. Well, now, yeah, we're getting close to Halloween. There are actually like tours, these ghost tours, of now I did have, I don't know if you've ever heard of Lucrezia Borgia, but she was
I
like,
have,
I think
yeah,
she
yeah,
was related to one of the popes way back.
yeah,
So
yeah, sure.
a family member owns a they have actually everybody is lives in condos in the city of Rome. It's all kind of condos. So there's a condo right by this palace that Lucrezia Borgia lived in. And actually, I think this was actually part of, this is kind of near the Colosseum. And there was an incident where we actually thought maybe, because we understand that she kind of is supposed to come around every so often.
Okay.
So my relative told me they thought they kind of felt like she was there one night, so you just don't know. But there,
Right.
because Italy's so old and
So
there's so
old, sure,
interesting,
yeah.
people in history. So
Yeah.
there are some really interesting tours. I
Oh,
think
very cool.
that article you're talking about, I've written for this publication called the Morton Report.
Yes, the more that was it. Yep.
Yeah, so I have to let them know because that's where I did the article for them. It's on ghost
Okay.
hunting.
Yeah, those links to those don't work.
Don't work.
No.
Oh my gosh. Okay,
Yeah.
so I have to find out about that.
Yeah.
But yes, but that was a really interesting article. And
Cool.
I'm not too like I didn't really do that tour, but I did research it.
Yeah.
And I was able to get a lot of research on it. Pretty interesting
Cool.
stuff. There are different castles that do these tours for around Halloween time. Yes, really interesting.
Like
Yes,
that's my kind of thing.
yeah. Oh, there you go.
Oh god.
Yes.
Sounds like fun.
Yes.
Is that in Rome? Was that specifically in Rome?
The tours, no, there are castles. I'm trying to think of where the castles were, and I don't remember. But no, well, where I just mentioned,
I'm sure all the castles have ghosts of some kind.
Yes, they probably do, definitely. But no, there's different castles. I think one is in Turin. One of the ones that we're talking about here that have ghosts, but the one I was telling you about was actually a building that was once part of the Vatican. And it's really interesting because there's like a balcony, sort of like a Romeo and Juliet type of balcony that's outside this place. Really interesting. Huh. And this is, where I was saying about Lucrezia Borgia used to be there, and there's been kind of this people saying they think she comes back every so often. So who knows? But yes, it is. It's really interesting. It was really an interesting article to do. Yes.
Very cool. Fun.
Yes.
Fun. So let's see. You are, besides your website, I know you're on Instagram.
Yes, I'm on Instagram, Facebook as Chef Maria Liberati. Yeah. Yes.
And Twitter too.
Yep, Maria Liberati on Twitter.
Do you do Twitter a lot? Because I don't. I mean, I have it, but I'm.
You know what? I just don't have as much time as you probably know. Sure. I try to, and I sometimes do have assistants helping me getting stuff out there. I've been actually.
I need some assistance.
Yeah, there you go.
I gotta get some assistance.
I've been doing more on Instagram.
Yeah, me too.
And I do have an assistant, I have to admit, that helps me get pictures and stuff out there.
Everybody needs one.
Yes. Because it is time consuming. So I am on there, but I do. There is a feature on your blog if you have a WordPress blog, that you can put the stuff out. Once it goes out on your blog, it will go on to Twitter.
It automatically, we've got, I think Hootsuite does it.
Yes, Hootsuite
Yeah.
does that
Yeah.
also. Well,
Yeah.
I have a function on WordPress, so my blog is
Okay.
WordPress.
Yeah,
but
I don't have a blog.
Okay, there you go. But you can do it on Hootsuite. You're absolutely right. You can do it on Hootsuite, so it'll go out to all, and that kind of takes the place of an assistant too.
Yeah, so, I still got to sit there though.
Yes. Well, that's the only thing too. Yes, I know. All time consuming.
Yeah, that's my list, right?
Yes. Add it to the list.
Yeah. Funny.
Yes.
So, final thoughts.
Final thoughts. So I think that I'm hoping that through the Little Bear Sanctuary and through everything we're doing, people, if you haven't yet experienced, I guess, eating a vegan meal or even just try vegetarian, at least to get your foray into that, I'm hoping people will, take a thought of what they're doing and putting in their bodies and what they're doing in more ways than one to our little friends, animals. I really think people need to take a hard look and really, animals deserve as much respect as people do. And I'm hoping that through your work at Little Bear Sanctuary and everything else, we can kind of change a little, even one more mind or more people, so I'm hoping that more and more people take the, vegan lifestyle approach, definitely, and adopt a plant-based diet.
Me too.
And also help, support Little Bear Sanctuary and all those lovely little beings. Call them beings because they're beautiful beings. Definitely. They are. Yes.
Well, thank you.
I was just going to say,
go ahead.
For my book, The Basic Art of Italian Cooking Diaries. That's all.
I'm looking forward to that. And I'm looking forward to those links working on your website.
Yes, me too. Thank you for telling me. Yes, I will go back and try and get those fixed. Yes.
Well, thank you for coming on the show. It was great to talk to you.
Thank you. And thank you for having me. Such a pleasure. So, where is Little Bear Sanctuary?
We're in Punta Gorda, Florida.
There you go. So
West Coast.
I'm gonna have to, when I start traveling.
If you're ever down here, please come by.
I will. I would love to. It sounds
come
like
stay in our Airbnb.
Oh, definitely. I will definitely
cook for me.
Oh, yes, I will. I will definitely.
All right, I'm going to hold you to
it. Yes, please do. I will definitely. Yes, I would love to come out there. That would be so much fun. Definitely. Definitely.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Awesome. Great to talk to you. Oh. All right. How's everybody doing tonight? Thank you, Maria. You guys, her books are really fun. You can find them on Amazon. All the links will be in here in the comment section. Did I miss anybody's comments? Let's see. Oh yeah, they're all there right there. Catching up on everybody. All right. I don't think there's any. Did I miss anybody? All right. How's everyone doing? All right. So I got a couple of. Oh, you know what I wanted to do? What time is it? It's 6:40 something. I wanted to give away a T-shirt today. So if you need it, I have an extra large T-shirt, which is our original design. I got a blue one and a black one. They're extra large. And the first person who can answer this question about the sanctuary, I will send them a Little Bear Sanctuary T-shirt. So who knows the name of our first rescue? If you guys can answer that, I'm going to send you a Little Bear Sanctuary T-shirt. So first person to answer that, the name of our first rescue. All right. So again, we got our auction coming up, guys, and I'm so excited about this auction this year. I'm going to log into the account so I can sort of tell you guys some of the great stuff. So, we got a $100 gift certificate from Miyoko's. Very exciting. I'm going to be bidding on that. Let's see what else. Here we go. $100 gift basket of Miyoko's. $100 from Follow Your Heart. I love Follow Your Heart. They do the cheeses, the mayo, shreds. $130 gift certificate from Pawj, Pawj. They make amazing vegan boots and shoes. They're really cool, really generous. The Herbivore Clothing Company is donating a $25 gift certificate. Oh Wow Candles. Oh wow. They 4 $25 gift certificates. Rescue Chocolate. Their chocolate is so good, guys. $25 gift certificate to Rescue Chocolate. We've got Mika Yoga Wear, $50. Our friends at Mr. Peanuts, Pet Carriers, they donated a whole bunch of stuff. BarkBox, good old BarkBox, they're in every year. Let's see. Somebody's doing a custom ring with your pet's name on it. I don't know the company, but yeah, you guys will find it. It's really cute. Oh, Nair and Bjorn. I think it's Nair and Bjorn. They always do. I just lost my page. Here we go. Yeah, so that ring is really cool. There's some New Leaf. New Leaf makes amazing CBD oil. It's full spectrum. So they're donating 4 bottles. And Mantra Band, they're doing some silver bracelets, and they have, let's see, Enjoy the Journey, All I Need Is Within Me, and On the Glow mini collection, vegan skincare. Oh my God, SandCloud. I love SandCloud. They do these beach towels that are so cool. They're donating a shark towel and a mandala. It's got a mandala on it with a sea turtle. So cool. Those they're like $70 for this beach towel. So everything starts between like $5, $8, $10. It's so much fun. This is just some of the stuff. There's a lot more. October 16th, Saturday through the following Saturday, which is the something or other. Well, the following Saturday. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's by dollar bid, so if you want to beat somebody, you just pay an extra $1. It's a silent auction, so you don't even have to make an account. It's a quick account. You just put in your email address, and you don't even need to put in a credit card unless you win the prize. And it's fun, and it's not by dollar bids. So if something starts at 5, you can bid 6 or 5, and it goes on like that. You'll get an email if somebody outbids you, and then you run back and you donate another $1, we hope. But yeah, really generous stuff. Really excited about it. What else, guys? Let's see. Did anybody guess our first? Michelle, do you know? No guesses yet. I'm giving away a t-shirt if you can name the first rescue, who our first rescue is. All right. So Patreon, our Patreon's doing well, guys. $1 a month. You can be a supporter to the sanctuary for just $1 a month. Really easy to do. Go to Patreon, patreon.com/littlebearsanctuary, and it's kind of a behind the scenes videos and pics of what we do here. And I enjoy posting those. Let's see, what else do I have on my list here? Yeah, I'm just going to mention the piggies again. 5 of the 10 piglets have been sponsored. Michelle sponsored a piglet, and she named it Wilbur, and he's really cute. He's a pink piggy. And one of our board members, Dorothy, named a pig after her sister Liza. Liza's also on our board of directors, so another pink piggy. We got Piggy Smalls, who's so cute. He's a little runt. He's really tiny. He's black and white. He's white with the black spots. Looks like a Dalmatian. Darcy, another little boy. And then the great Valen Alsorna, the other pink boy. So all the little pink. I think we've got one pink girl left, and a couple of the black and white ones, and one of the nice orangey ones with the black spots. Let's see. All right. Wilbur, yay, Michelle. Thank you, Michelle, by the way. You're awesome. All right, what else? Just making sure I don't forget anything. Yep. So sponsor an animal, $25 a month. Go to littlebearsanctuary.com and you'll see a section. It's real easy. And what you can do is there's a write-in. So you can say if you want a pig, a sheep, and give it a name. Oh yeah, there's another one. There's one more piggy that got. I think we have 6 actually. I'm lying to you guys. We got 6. I don't think I have a name yet for the other one, but I'll let you guys know. So yeah, so there's only 4 left. And again, my really thanks to Maria for coming on the show today. You can get her books on Amazon. Check out her website. It's really fun. She's got a lot of great stories. She does stories with her recipes. It's really cool. And and I think that's it. My guest next week, Thursday, October 14th at 6 p.m., which is our new day and time. It will be Anna Campbell. Anna is the co-founder of a health company called Zest Wellness, Zest, and their co-founder Darcy. Isn't that funny that we have a pig named Darcy and I have a guest Darcy next week? So their co-founder Darcy has an incredible story. He has sarcoidosis, which is an autoimmune disease, and that has driven him to develop scientifically proven plant-derived health products. So I'm really excited about that. Let's talk about taking your health into your own hands, right? There's just so little available in health when you have an autoimmune disease. So I'm really excited to have them on the show next week. I think they're actually in Australia, so that's going to be a good show. The Thursday after that, I have a guy from he's very outspoken on the veterinary community, and I think it was one of his. I haven't looked up his whole story yet, but he had a doggy that wasn't properly cared for and died under vet care. That was the vet's fault, and a lot of the big vet organizations don't really go after vets like it would be if you were a doctor. So he started a nonprofit to hold some of these vets accountable, and it's attorneys, and he's got spokespeople, and I know it's Joey something, but anyway, I'll tell you more about that next week. So yeah, he's going to be the following week. And I'm sorry I'm losing my voice, guys. I've been sick the whole week, but I'm feeling a little better today. So yeah, that's it for today. I hope you guys had fun. I had fun. Last chance, anybody? You guys got to look it up for next week, and I'm going to give away a t-shirt. Who was our first rescue? All right. That's it for me, guys. I'm tired. I actually like this new time a lot. Looking forward to next week. Looking forward to seeing you guys. I really enjoyed this. I really enjoyed speaking to Maria tonight. She was awesome. So yeah, I'm signing out. This is Chris Vane, in case you didn't know. And have a good night, everybody. Remember, peace begins on your plate. Love you guys.
Don't want the fun to end? Grab more refreshments. Then head over to the Goldylocks Productions YouTube channel. With the huge selection of shows, the fun doesn't have to end.